Hello, my Aries friends. This is Karen with KarmicOneTarot here to do your mid-May 2019 general reading. Please check your moon and also rising signs for additional messages. There's a new website up for me, KarmicOneTarot.com, where you can book directly into my calendar and get your reading set up, usually within a short time. And then, of course, there are love readings up on Vimeo. Link to those and also my booking calendar are in the description box below, so take a look if it interests you. Let's see what's happening for you for May 2019, my Aries friends. Mid-May 2019, we've got the Four of Pentacles, so holding on tightly. Princess of Swords, so Princess of Swords is that conversation, that's perhaps a quick phone call that does not necessarily feel good when you have it. Okay, ultimately it is the truth. There's a grain of truth to it, but you don't want to hear it, okay? But that requires a change of direction here. That Princess of Wands is news of a new direction, so perhaps this phone call, this message that you get that is not quite comfortable, it is, a good portion of it is true, then you're going to change direction here, and you're going to take action on that, my Aries friends. That's you, Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Three of Swords implies there is some disappointment here, some sorrow. Perhaps it's time for you to face the reflection in the mirror, look at yourself, look at your path, find that guidance that you need. That's also the card of Virgo, my Aries friends. So we've got news flying back and forth that's going to change your direction here, but you're really trying to hold on to, maybe are you trying to hold on to that conversation? Are you trying not to have that conversation about the truth, my Aries friends? Two cards for Aries, please. Two cards. Okay, there they are. Look at that. And that's how they're going here. So the Two of Swords is the decision that you really don't want to make. And the Hierophant is that commitment, that contract, that vow, that doing the right thing. So it is a decision about how doing the right thing. But you're waiting. You're waiting for things to come to fruition, my Aries friends. So perhaps you've planted a number of seeds and now it's time to decide or waiting for things to come to fruition, but now you hear some news that, or pass along some news that it has a grain of truth to it, that involves a change of direction that you're focused on. Now, that could lead to some disappointment here, some reflection, some change in path direction, I think, but it's a decision that you don't want to make. It's a difficult decision. Their swords are crossed. It's hard. This involves some sort of commitment, some sort of contract, perhaps. Yeah, it involves the death of something. It involves the ending. It involves some sort of completion so that you can move on to the next step, my Aries friends. So what's ending here with the Death card? What commitment, what vow, what oath is ending? Now, the Hierophant is also about morals and faith and integrity and doing the right thing. So that's going to change. That's changing. Okay? Here you have the Judgment card. So it is changing. You are being reborn. You're starting fresh, okay? After the Death card comes in and breaks everything down, changes this commitment, you are going to have that new beginning, but you're also going to be jumping in a little bit blindly, okay? But this is a decision, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It may involve a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it's also about, an analytical decision. So this decision that you come to, these changes in this commitment that come to you are probably a result of this decision you don't want to make, okay? It's a final decision, though. It's not going to change. So you're leaping off in a new direction. Tell me what this decision is about here for my Aries friends. The Two of Swords. Let's see. The Two of Swords is a decision about work. It could be a position that you're in, that you might be the boss person, and you need to make a decision on which way you're going to take this, and it's going to be painful for people, perhaps, in your employ, okay? But ultimately, you're going to hear congratulations, good job, or about time, things like that, okay? So you're working on making it perfect. You're working on making it right. You're working on freeing yourself from all of these doubts that you might have about these changes that you're making, okay? Be firm, be strong. Make those decisions. Tell me what the news is. Actually, you know what? What are we holding on to? What's the Four of Pentacles? Four of Pentacles is sometimes called the Miser card. You could be really holding on tightly to the financial aspect of it. You might just be holding on to this news, and you don't want to make you don't want to make the call. You don't want to tell people. But here is your change in perspective coming in on what you're doing, okay? And here's our Hermit card. So you may need to do that reflection that we talked about. You may need to analyze your foundation, your stability, your generosity, your abundance. You may need to decide which way to go on that. What is the Hermit card here for? The Hermit is about finding your path. It's about seeking guidance. You may, in fact, be seeking guidance from a learned scholar that's going to bring you in the direction that you need, or show you the path that you need. But the path, this one flipped first. The Five of Cups is about that sorrow and what you've lost and the sadness that's associated with it. So the reflection is about what's gone on perhaps in the past. How are you going to change that commitment that you've made already, and how it's going to be upset by the change in the direction. The Princess of Swords. What's this news about that changes things, that brings about this introspection with the Hermit? What's this? The Hermit, by the way, is a card of Virgo. I don't know if I said that. Yeah, you've made offers. They're not being good. They're not good. You know what? These offers are boring to you. They're not what you want. Okay, that's the conversation. The truth is, they're not what you want. You're waiting patiently for the right offer. They're not what you want. You're going to tell people, I'm sorry, it's not what I want. I'm not doing it. Okay, the Princess of Wands. What direction do you want to go in? What's the news of direction here with Princess of Wands? This is about following your spark, following your intuition. Which way are you going, my Aries friends? Whoops, wow, that was... Which way are you going, my Aries friends, with the Princess of Wands? News of a new direction, inspiration, a new... Oh, that's way too many. I'm sorry. We can't do that. No, I guess we have to, because the Page of Swords is out. So the Page of Swords is that conversation right here that you've been waiting, okay? The offers have not been right. You've been waiting for your ships to come in. You've been waiting for your efforts to bear fruit. But you have taken a mental break from that. You're not doing it anymore. You're waiting for that offer. Things are going to change very quickly. You will be building something, and building something of real truth, building something of real clarity here, okay? This is going to be victorious for you. Now you're going to see the light, okay? You're going to see the direction out of this commitment. You're going to see the direction to your new beginning. The clarity is coming in, okay? It's coming in most likely through this phone call, through this grain of truth that you hear. The offers have not been what you want, but you know what? You're going to look at things in a little bit different perspective here with the Hanged Man. You're going to seek some guidance. You're going to go internally, and you're going to really assess where it is you want to be and what you want to do, okay? And those changes, that's going to result in a lot of reflection, okay? And the change perspective is going to change quickly and dramatically, I think. Dramatically. Okay, the changes are going to be very quick. Let's go back here to the Hermit, please. What's the Hermit here for my Aries friends? What's the Tower and the Hermit here for? Maybe you're going to get some unexpected news that is a good piece of advice. What is the Hermit here for, please? Thank you. And that's exactly what it is. You're going to get some news of a financial nature, perhaps, of an important nature, valuable nature, that is going to maybe change the way things are. The Tower, shaking it up, okay? That news is going to shake it up. It's going to require you to really look at your foundation, your stability, and which direction you're going. Okay, did we have the Fool up here? No, I thought I saw the Fool out. Yeah, he's right here. Okay, so that's going to change your direction here, my Aries friends. Which way are you going? You're in charge. You're in charge. Whichever way you're going, you're going to take immediate action here with the Queen of Wands. She is very, very focused. She's going to put some distance between herself and that situation. Watch out for any deception. That might be what you need. She's going to put some distance between her. She's changing direction. They're both going in different directions here. That's what you're doing. You're putting some distance between you and this commitment. Change in direction. What's the Queen of Wands focused on, please? What is the Queen of Wands? Queen of Wands is single-minded, focused only on what she wants, okay? That's a little bit selfish. That's not a bad thing. The Queen of Wands is, oh, there she is. Are you focused on love? Or you have a particular interest? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio? So that might be the direction change too. It might also be just a kind and loving feeling that you are moving on from. Perhaps it doesn't, pardon me, I'm sorry. Perhaps it doesn't feel good anymore, and you're changing the direction because it doesn't feel good. You're bringing this chapter to a close. You've been waiting to do this. What's the Three of Swords about? The Three of Swords is sorrow, sadness, my Aries friends. It's unavoidable of this month. It's front and center here. It's right underneath your foundation, whatever it is you're trying to hold on to. You've got to make that final decision, and most likely it's going to be legal. It's what your dreams, your options here are coming to you. The love, the Ace of Cups, the fulfillment, the emotional satisfaction and fulfillment is coming to you. It's what you wish for. My goodness, how things change with just a card or two, huh? So we go from being, bogged down by this commitment and all the changes, this decision you don't want to make. It could involve work. It could be, something that you need to free yourself from. Anything further here for my Aries friends? Whatever it is you've been waiting for, you're going to have to reassess your foundation here. You're going to have to reassess which way you're going. Your perspective is changing on what you want to hold on to. Anything further here for my Aries friends? I think you're focused in a new direction. And the Two of Swords. So yes, that's it. You are focused on the decision. Which direction are you going? So now the Two of Swords, again, is that decision you really don't want to make. You're going in blindfolded. You're crossing your heart, protecting your heart. But ultimately, you are working on making it good. You are working on making it perfect so that you can have that recognition. You're working on doing a good job. So that might be, in fact, what the recognition is for. But you still feel stuck. You still feel trapped. You still have some doubts. And I think this is coming from that grain of truth that's up here. These changes in this commitment are going to be dramatic. Okay, you're here for a new rebirth, a new beginning with the Fool card. Jump, take the leap. Okay, it's going to be good. You're in charge of it. Make that final decision and be in charge of your life, my Aries friends. Let's pull you a John Holland Spirit Message Oracle card. See what your final message is. Okay, what's the final message for my Aries friends, please? So there it is. Thank you. Let's see what we got here. We have soul solitude. Okay, so that's hermit. That's the hermit by nature is a solitary creature. Your soul solitude. Your soul needs attention. There are moments when it's important to get away, not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet. A place for soul solitude. This is a time for you to pause, a time to reflect, a time for you. So my Aries friends, please make sure, what did we talk about up here? Use your solitude, find that path that you are on, reassess your foundation, reassess which way you're going, decide for yourself which way you want to handle this commitment here. And personally, I think you're going off in a new direction. Okay, this commitment is no longer serving you. It's not the right move anymore. Okay, where's the Four of Cups we had here? It's not the right situation anymore. Okay, you're waiting for the right situation to come in, and truthfully, it's not coming. You've got to have this conversation of separation, of moving forward in another direction. Make these changes fairly quickly. What you build will come. If you build it, it'll come, right? The Ace of Swords is that clarity, that new idea, that separation of putting the distance between you and whatever else is going on here. Changing your direction. That's the title of this video. Change in direction for you, my Aries friends. Releasing yourself, ending the chapter. All right. I do hope this finds you well. Remember, love readings are up on Vimeo, and the link to that and my website, booking online right into my calendar, is in the description box below. So I will see you again in June. Thanks so much.